Last time on Fate Extra Triple C.
Wait, the Holy Grail has been sold off? What? How? Ah! Oh, it's the first time Shinji's actually been nice. Where's Leo? We haven't seen Leo for a while. What? Oh, I think we went against what they wanted us to do. Please come, Saber! Yeah! That sounds like Leo! The school seems reversed. Whoa, yeah, this is different. Hello? Yeah, what the hell is this? I was in charge of arena maintenance and now I'm suddenly in charge of watering plants? Fuck, I don't know who did this, but as soon as I get back, the moon cell's gonna hear about this. There's a student. There's a Sakura tree. Over there is the commissary. You can buy various items and mystic codes there. Looks like the clerk stepped out. Okay. Yeah, there used to be like a basement floor. Like you could go down to like a basement floor. It seems to be a storage room, mess of old tools piled up inside. Don't see anything useful. Also, there's no need to go in and get myself covered in dust. Interesting. Okay. Who are you? Listen to me carefully. 1 second, I became the Mimicry Club chief. The next, I'm in the far side of the moon cell. You must have no idea what I'm on about. Me neither. I'm just an NPC after all. I'll leave the hard stuff to the advanced AI. Hey, are you a master? A human? So there are other humans still alive? Okay. It's not my place to say this, but give it your best. You've got some tough times ahead. Thanks. Entrance says restroom. No need to go in there right now. What's here? The janitor's closet. Okay. No reason to go in there, I guess. Okay. Okay. Although I'd like to know what things are like outside, I need to start by going, start with the inside of the school building. Okay. I was actually trying to look in the locker. How many humans are left? I don't know. I know just as much as you do right now. Please don't talk to me. I'm an advanced AI in charge of cleaning. I'm on a different level than you people. Good grief, you're all filthy. The school building, you masters, and that Sakuramata who rescued you people. For a long time now, I've been advising the moon cell that we mustn't invite humans. I predicted this kind of bug would occur. The perfection of the moon cell can't generate errors. Any fault always lies with you humans. Thus, I will not cooperate with you people. I wish for a swift resolution from the moon cell. An all-delete, a sweeping purge. Oh my god. Okay, that's the student council room. This is where I'm supposed to be my servant, right? Wooden desks, grain floor, retro window frames. I'm struck by a strange sense of nostalgia. This is the year 2030. I wouldn't be able to find places like this old-timey school building has here back on Earth. Best girl's back! Like this in-joke that all the NPCs are literally NPCs. Yeah, no, like that's such a good joke. Behind me is a voice I've heard before. The spirited voice belongs to Saber. It's only been several minutes since we reunited during our fall through that starry sky. Well, for me, that reunion was just a moment ago, but for all I know, it could have been hours for her. My memory's still hazy, and I don't recall anything we did during the Holy Grail War. Still, I'm happy we get to meet again. I say good morning in response when... Oh, damn! She got a glow up. So the red outfit is what she had in the original game. In this outfit, this has been like literally in the official translation, it's been called Nero Bride, because the whole thing is it is a bridal dress that has been modified for combat. There, beaming with pride and standing tall, was a white saber. So what's up with the costume? Bursting, yeah, I agree. Just all the zippers, like, damn. Lock means sex is forbidden. You can look but not touch her. This is the punishment for forgetting her name. Well, technically she didn't set this up. Also, you know, that lock isn't connected to the zipper. It wouldn't be that difficult to, you know, unzip. Bursting? Bursting, she says! How much of a surprise. She's wearing a rider suit that accentuates the lines of her body. Saber's trademark was her loose skirt. Well, these clothes are like... Even as a woman, I'm not really sure where to look. Also, canonically, the main character, Hakuno, is bisexual. That is canonical. Canonically, she's bisexual, but she actually leans more toward women in, like, all iterations, because in the original story, in the original Fate Extra, the only male servant you could have was Archer. And so, like, technically you could become lovers with him, and that's the whole reason for it being bisexual. But in all other forms, like, official forms of media, like, there's actually a sequel to this game that's like a Dynasty Warriors type thing that I played, like, after playing that I played, like, you know, like, before playing this, because this wasn't obviously out. And what's really fucking interesting is that canonically in the story, according to the original creator of the series and the author and all the people that worked on this, canonically the person, the servant that Hakuno summoned was Saber. They are in a committed relationship. And Hakuno is canonically bisexual, but does lean more toward women. Apparently Saber really wants to hear my opinion. Still short as ever, I see. Yeah, but I mean, that's hot. Outfit looks good on you too. Not surprised Japan already had lesbian icons with Sailor Moon. Yeah, even though they weren't allowed to say it, you know. It looks like a wedding dress. You are my wife. I'm not upset about this. Please, short. No, I'm sorry. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I have a quick save. I should have quick saved. Tell you what, I'll do one better for you. Hold on. Okay, still short as ever, I see. Yes, you are. Small but good quality! Clothes are any different, but this girl is unmistakably Saber. Okay. So, what's the first one, then? Outfit looks good on you, too. I am looking very respectfully, and a little bit disrespectfully. I sigh a little with relief. Okay, yeah. Okay, and I'm gonna choose the one I like. The wedding dress comment made her really happy, huh? Saber has a wholly delighted expression. Like a child, she hops around with a spring in her step. I am not surprised! Can I say pissing her off is the best choice? It's funny, but, I mean, I want her to love me. I want her to love me! I mean, she already does. She, in the original game, she expressed multiple times how she was like, you are mine now. We're lovers. So she would like grab on and be like, this is mine. This is mine now. Several seconds later, perhaps noticing me staring, she clears her throat with an ahem and smooths out her clothes. Aww. Yeah, although that does actually clash a little bit with the actual historical portrayal of Nero, because in actual history, Nero did marry one of their servants, actually, and he was the bride. He dressed up in a wedding dress and everything, apparently. Or in, like, maybe not a wedding dress, but, like, the ceremonial clothes that a woman would wear for a wedding. Wedding dresses are different. Maybe that's specifically what they're talking about. Also, in, you know, like, this Nero has called herself on more than one occasion a beauty in man's clothes. So, yeah, I love her. She's amazing. You are my wife, and I love you. I sigh a little with relief. Her clothes may be different, but this girl is unmistakably Saber. I may have forgotten many things, but I get the feeling I can deal with all my fears and worries as long as she's fighting by my side. I love her so much. It is Leo! Leo? Heard that name somewhere before. According to Sakura, the student council room is on the second floor, too. Let's head over quickly. Okay. I now have access to the actual main menu. Interesting. in the original game, things looked very different. Oh, that's cool. Yep, I'm not surprised on that one. Costume, bondage, bridal gown. Fuck yeah. She has no skills right now. Fuck yeah. Let's move on, shall we? We're gonna go talk to Leo. Hooray! Leo's back! I'm genuinely excited about that. I know that sounded really condescending, but it's true. Oh my god! Hello, Gawain and Julius. Julius? Hey, bro. For those of you that don't remember or, don't know from the first game, Julius kind of tried to super murder us on every single occasion that he could so that we wouldn't be in the way of his younger brother winning. Fuck. The student council room differs from the other classrooms. With its lush carpeting, it gives off the feeling of a real conference room. The fuck indeed. No, exactly. This is greatly anachronistic. Wooden space with a boy in a black uniform, a young man in dressed in a coat, and a young man donned in white armor. And Gawain is, Leo's servant that we had to cheat to beat. Boy in a black uniform is Leo. So the uniform may be different, but there's no way I could forget that he's my classmate. However, the other two I haven't met, I think. Yet also, I think I have. Yeah, no, I know them. My foggy memory must mean I was their acquaintance during the Holy Grail War. You know what I like is that this is set up so that if you didn't play the first game, they're not spoiling things for you. And that's very interesting. Leo, you're being a lot more friendly than usual, especially for someone I murdered. Huh?
Good morning.
Oh, that's right, he's English. That is probably the most embarrassed I've ever heard, Julius. Also, I need to point this out. So, in his family, Julius straight up is their best assassin. Murderer. He doesn't, take glee in killing people, but it's more like he just doesn't feel anything when he murders people. Leo silently smiles, coercing me, for something. Do I also have to give that embarrassing greeting? Did you eat something? Oh my god, no. Okay. Did you eat something bad? Oh. Just like me, he was swallowed by that black noise?
そもそもカレーを知っていますか？辛いからって黒胡椒を煮込んだオリジナルフード料理じゃないんですよ。
すまん。俺にとってカレーは粉末状のものであり、レーションに振りかけるものだった。スープ状のものにしろと言われ、ドラム缶いっぱいに胡椒を入れて水とオリーブオイルを混ぜてみたのだが。
That doesn't sound good.
ジャンクフードは兄さんの本領だと期待したのにがっかりです。アサシンがいないと何もできないんですね。
Oh, right, yeah. His servant was, like... I suppose I should run through the servants, you know, again. So we have Saber, which we already know about. And then Archer servants, which are pretty much any type of, like, ranged weapon users. The Archer that we know of is the only, like, rare variant where he does have, like, a bow and arrow that he can summon, but he also specializes in close quarters combat as well. Then there's Riders, which they get their name from. They all have some kind of summonable mount to them. And let's see, then there's Casters. Casters, of course, are, you know, spellcasters of different types and varieties. Then there are Berserkers, who literally, when they're summoned, they lose their sanity in exchange for raw destructive power, which is terrifying. Then we have Lancer, and Lancers are obviously, you know, people that use, like, you know, pole arms of some kind. And the final class is Assassins, where any kind of assassination, like, you know, like, that's, like, the assassin class can be very versatile, or it can be literal. For example, the assassin that Julius summoned was an ancient Chinese assassin. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he existed in actual history, and well, all the servants do, or they're either legends or were actual historical figures. And he was based off of an assassin that could kill people with a single strike. His nickname was No Second Strike, because he didn't need to. Do firearms exist in Fate? Yes, they do. In fact, Shinji's rider servant was Sir Francis Drake, who was a lady in this version, of course, and her main weapons were flintlocks that she could just fire endlessly because they were powered by magic. So, yes, firearms do canonically exist in this universe. Not just flintlocks. There have been servants that use more modern weapons. In fact, there was a berserker that his ability was to weaponize virtually anything that he touched. And at one point, a jet was coming after him. He landed on the jet, tore off its Gatling gun, and was then able to use the Gatling gun for the rest of, like, you know, the tournament, because he just could keep firing it. Terrifying.
ユリウス、くじけないで。あなたが最後の砦です。次の無理難題が私に回ってこないよう。
Ha! What did this just turn into? Liu and two young men are playing out an entire skit. This classroom that I know, Leo never had a friendly disposition, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna go back real quick. Good morning!
はい、大変結構でした。善と明るい学生にふさわしいテンションです。やっぱり僕の見込んだ通りの女性でした。マンカラに言うとマブですね。
Oh boy. I think that Leo is using this second chance at life to try and, like, live a more Before, he was weighed down by, you know, the pressures of needing to be a king, but it seems like he doesn't have that desire anymore, which is really interesting.
ユリウス、つかぬことをお尋ねしますが、マブとは
Mabu is tofu.
深い親愛を表す日本の専門用語だが、男と女につける場合で意味が異なる。まったく、どこでそんな言葉。
Okay.
その様子からすると僕のことを覚えているようですね。では悪ふざけはここまで。
Let's end our little banter here.
僕は知っている通りの冷静沈着なレオですから。
I'm the calm, collected Leo you remember.
忘れているようならこれを機にキャラ替えをしたかったのですが。
This would have been, if you had forgotten me, this would have been a great chance to change my persona. Oh, he wanted to act differently. Leo actually, in the original game, when we killed them, they thanked us for teaching them the value of losing a fight. They had nothing but respect for us as they died, so yeah. The other one was better. Yeah, it was. Should I point out how different he sounds from the old Leo when he says that?
では改めお待ちしていました。はじめまして、僕はレオナルド・ビスタリオ・ハーウェイ。今さら自己紹介もどうかと思いますが、この校舎で顔を合わせるのは初めてですから。兄さん、ガウェイン、あなたたちも自己紹介を。
ユリウスだ。今はレオのサポートに徹している。
サーバント、ガウェインです。その我が主は現在年相応の無邪気さを発散しています。ですので多少のわがままは多めに見ていただきますよう皆さんの寛容さを切実に期待します。
Yeah, Gawain was very much a fan of how, even though Leo was so young, he had all the qualities to be a king as far as Gawain was, you know, concerned. Person called himself Julia, judging by Leo's manner of speech, seems to be Leo's older brother. They don't look alike at all. Maybe they're half-brothers. They are half-brothers. Julius seems to be a master, but I don't see a servant anywhere. They did mention his servant was gone in the other dialogue. I don't feel the presence of a servant nearby, nor the typical pressure of a master from Julius himself. Yeah. Even if Julius' servant were to have the total disappearance skill, Julius himself wouldn't be able to hide his status. Yeah, which, it's funny that he says that because that is also one of the assassin that he summoned. I gotta look up his name. I can't remember. Li Shuven. That was his name. Name was, yeah, Li Shuven, and he was known as the assassin that needed no second strike. He was kind of terrifying. For some reason, he's a master who's lost his servant. Oh, we did kill him and his servant. Then again, we also killed Leo and his servant. Although, technically, they died outside the system. In the original game, Julius actually... he was the opponent for, I believe it was our 4th round? Yeah, the 4th round. He was the opponent of our 4th round, because there were 6 rounds in total. And in the 4th round, when he was being deleted, he hacked the system, like, you know, with so much skill that he delayed his deletion and death to come back during the 6th round, when we were going up against Leo, going so far as to steal the arm of another master that had command seals and attach it to his own, forcing his servant to go from an assassin to a berserker so that he could try to kill us to stop us from facing Leo. I'm wondering if maybe because they die technically outside the system, maybe that's why his servant isn't here. On the other hand, it's apparent that Gawain is Leo's servant. His class is Saber. Of the servants summoned in the Holy Grail War, he's at the top of the ranks. For some reason, that's the one thing I recall clearly. Go from the infirmary. Sakura enters the room. Leo nods, saying, "Alright," then turns back to me. Now that's the Leo B. Harway I remember. The strongest master accompanied by the strongest servant. So erasing the fact whether I remember the Holy Grail War or not. Oh, the girls. I think he's talking about Rin Tosaka and Rani the 8th. Oh! So we're trapped here. Plan to escape from the far side of the moon. Wait a second. Can't keep up with all these rapid new developments. What happened to the school building swallowed by the black noise? Have I lost my memory? Where are we? If I can't at least get those 3 points cleared up, then I can't make a decision. About my memory loss. My memory loss. I asked about why I've lost my memory. Again, I noticed that the only people who are here are those that died. Yeah, well, you lost to me. Sorry, bud. It's because you lost to her. I had a worse case of memory loss, so much more than Leo and the others. So basically, I can't recall any sequence of events from the Holy Grail War or my background as a wizard. It was obvious, but the truth of it sent a chill down my spine. The fear that only I had lost my memories had died down, but nonetheless, not being able to recall who I used to be leaves me terribly uncomfortable. Yeah, Julius despised us. Like, truly despised and hated us because we became the biggest threat to his brother. Yeah, I like that everyone else has memory loss. Yeah, no.
この旧校舎にいることは関係があるはずです。
Yeah. Also, I think it may just be in case you play this first instead of the original. Because, like I said, like, their true identity is that they're dead. They're a ghost in the system. Like, not necessarily. Essentially what it is that they're basically like a copy. Like, they are a copy of, like, you know, the original Hakuno Kishinami, who is unconscious still on Earth. They're not connected to the system. Not anymore, anyway. They were. Their body is still alive, but they have no connection to it.
不自然に消えた記憶は不自然な状況を解析すれば戻るのが道理でしょう。では、質問をどうぞ。
Alright. School that was swallowed by darkness. Here's a scene I just saw Leo in. Leo, Shinji, and I were classmates. I explained how, after a sudden announcement, the people inside the school building were swallowed by darkness and disappeared.
学校でクラスメイト同士だ。それは予選の延長ですね。おかしいな。僕とは違う。うろ覚えではありますが、僕の場合は聖杯戦争の途中で黒いスライムに襲われ、気がついたらここにいました。
Wait, you were attacked during the Holy Grail War? That's weird and different.
おそらく僕は校舎が襲われる前に予選を突破して、あなたのいた校舎から抜け出したのでしょう。さくら、予選のシステムについて僕の口から説明してもいいですか？
問題ないと思います。もうここはシステムの外ですし、予選を突破していますから。
では遠慮なく。聖杯戦争には予選と本戦がありました。地上から月にアクセスしたウィザードはまず記憶を奪われ、偽りのパーソナルを与えられます。何の変哲もない西暦2000年頃の学生。それが僕らに与えられたロールでした。
I see. That feeling of being suddenly abandoned by the world was due to me believing that the role the moon cell imposed on me was my current occupation.
その役割に違和感を覚え、本来の自分を取り戻したウィザードだけがマスターとしてサーバントを獲得します。
But I already had one.
サーバントと契約している以上、予選は突破していなければおかしい。ですから、僕と同じように本戦であの黒いアンノウンに襲われたはずです。その記憶はないんですか？
No. I remember the day-to-day of the preliminaries, that abyssal darkness, my servant who kept calling out to me.
いいでしょうか、レオさん。レオさんはこちらに落ちてからすぐに目覚めましたけど、ずっと眠っていたから、昏睡状態の時、レオさんの言う黒いアンノウンにずっと魂を囚われていたことになります。ですから、長い悪夢に侵されているうちに本戦での記憶を完全に消された、逃れてしまったのではないでしょうか。
Oh. So maybe that whole thing was a dream then.
彼女が語った予選は本当の予選ではなく、以前あった現実と夢が混ざり合った捏造された予選の可能性が高いです。
Fabricated preliminaries? Then that Shio and Linji were both just dreams? But hold on. The Shinji in that world said that he finally remembered who he was. So that can't be it. No, since each character's default configuration, personality, was reproduced from past memories, this is just the final sight of the school building being swallowed in a dream. Even so, there was that fall at the end. The chill of the empty darkness was definitely no dream.
きっとそれが原因です。あなたは聖杯戦争中に怪物に捕まって今まで閉じ込められていた。
But that doesn't explain what happened with Shinji. Something's up. Something doesn't make sense. Something's not clicking into place.
中で見た黒い空間は、そのあなたを飲み込んだ怪物の体内みたいなものです。
I don't know if she's intentionally lying or if she just is misled. I don't know. Is that of a monster? Huh. An endlessly stretching space devoid of amusements? This is the electronic ocean. Huh. Maybe that's what it's like to be taken in as data by another being. But it's sounding increasingly repulsive. We were caught by a monster possessing that kind of darkness.
では質問をどうぞ。
Okay, where are we then? This is an unfamiliar wooden school building. Is this unfamiliar wooden school building a part of Seraph?
セラフではありますが、かつて僕たちがいた領域ではありません。ここは月の裏側、聖杯戦争の外です。セラフはムーンセルが聖杯戦争を進めるために構築した仮想空間でした。ですがここはムーンセルの目が届かない、いわば法の死角です。
Oh.
ガウェイン、例のものを。
どうぞ。
こんなこともあろうかと、ワクテカ図面を用意しておきました。
レオ、ワクテカというのは精神状態を表すスラングであって図面の用語では。
ワクテカ図面です、兄さん。兄さんだってここの表記はプロポーショナル体よりゴシック体の方がクールだとか盛り上がってたじゃないですか。
あれは分かりやすさの追求だ。ブリーフィングでは時にスタイリッシュなのが好まれる。
なるほど。僕が言うのもなんですが、兄さんが指揮していたチームは14ばかりだったんですね。と、話を戻しましょう。この図解にあるように、現在僕らは月の聖杯戦争は月の表側で行われているものです。つまり、
We fell from the near side to the far side. Actually, that unknown black noise dropped us over to the far side.
そう考えるのが自然でしょう。さくら、説明を。
ですね。ここはムーンセルの裏側。本来ならムーンセルが使用しないと封印した情報倉庫なんです。
Not to be
ムーン
used.
セルは光を記憶媒体にした物質に頼らない記録装置ですが、ここはその光が入り乱れた高次元、惑星情報や虚数すらソースとして成立する世界の外です。
Huh.
ムーンセル中枢が光を閉じ込めている式典の檻なら、ここは虚数でできた打点の庭。
I like the dynamic between them, Julius and Leo. That's good, because we never got this in the original game. In the original game, Leo was forbidden from, like, you know, conversing or spending time with his brother. So, yeah. I think there's one scene in the entire game where he, where they actually had a conversation.
知性を持つ生命は決して入ってはいけない絶対禁断領域です。私たち上級 AI も裏側には入れませんでした。
まあ、もう僕たちが入っちゃってるんで、絶対も禁断もありませんけどね。
He let out a cheerful Next to him, Gawain and Julius wear grim expressions. However, seeing they're deliberately not complaining means they've embraced Leo's sudden change in attitude. This is just a guess, but maybe Leo, now freed from his status, wants to live the kind of life as a student, or has always wanted to.
とにかく、そんな危険な領域で僕たちは目を覚ました。
Also, another thing hinting to the fact that, something is wrong here is that it wasn't until the later rounds that Leo started to consider Hakuno as a kind of threat, or had any sort of feelings about them one way or another. And they said that they were attacked, right after the preliminaries. This means that their memories of the entire war were erased. And Julius, like I said, we didn't fight him until the 4th round. his extreme hatred of us seems like it's still there, buried deep down, and he doesn't know why. So that's weird. Interesting, but weird. Because that shows that there's more going on to this, and that they have memories of things that did happen, they just don't remember them.
私たち NPC も同様です。本戦でマスターの皆さんと一緒に飲み込まれ、生き残った者が後者に残されています。
Far side of the moon. It's the first I've heard of such a space, but certainly the Holy Grail War is a journey from the surface of the moon to its center. Since the moon is circular, it wouldn't be strange for another stage to be behind the core. Question is probably whether we can leave here or not.
そうですね。この急行車は安全のようですが、それもいつまで安全なのか保証がない。
That is a point.
加えて、校舎の外はあの暗い海です。僕たちでは触れた瞬間に消滅するでしょう。
Oh God!
これで状況は理解できましたね。さて、そこで僕からの質問です。
It's only fair.
月の裏側、失われた記憶、謎の急行車、出口のない世界。とこの状況で僕らがするべきことは何でしょうか。
If there's no exit, then we stay here? No, I think we should escape and return to the Holy Grail War. It's obvious, no matter what the circumstances we're in, we have to get back to the Holy Grail War. I've yet to recover anything. The memories of who I am, how I joined this battle, the ideals I have for obtaining the Grail. I'm still empty.
だろうな。聖杯戦争では敵同士であっても、この状況では手を組まざるを得ない。お前はそういう女だ。
そうですね。それが一番正しい目的です。セーバーさんも今の言葉を聞いたら喜びます。きっと。
I mean, she's in the room with us. That's the thing, is that servants have the power to make themselves go into, like, spirit form, where they're essentially invisible. They can materialize next to us, but they are legit always with us in some way, shape, or form.
期待以上の返答です。これで共同戦線の開始ですね。
What are the ideals for obtaining the Holy Grail? That's the thing, we never find out. We never find that out purely because Hakuno finds out that there are ghosts in the system and that they can't use the Holy Grail anyway. And they don't know what to wish for because they don't remember who they were before. Because since there are ghosts in the system, it's not that they can't access their memories, it's that they don't have any to begin with. Because, like I said, essentially they're a copy of, like, what we actually... The full truth of the matter is that Hakuno Kishinami's data was uploaded into the moon, and their real body was thought to have died. So they're literally a ghost in the system. A ghost can't wish for anything. At the time that the data is created, it's like... It would be like if you took my personality and put it in a computer. It wouldn't have any of my memories. Like, it would just be my data, my personality. All the things that form that personality would be missing. And I wouldn't know why. And from that point on, change can happen. You know?
聖杯戦争に復帰するまで、いえ、月の裏側から脱出するまで、僕たちは仲間です。では改めて、レオビー・ハーウェイの名のもとに、
Yes, my liege! His declaration was filled with strong determination. I'm not so sure about the name, but under this commander, we can overcome any hardship. He is of inspiration. He's enough to inspire our hope and such. I hope we are the enemy. Ah!
しかし、まず第一の問題があります。これをクリアできなければ、脱出プランを練ることすら不可能で、誠に言いづらいのですが、人数が足りないのです。
We're the only members? You didn't think to get anyone else? Huh?
会長の僕、秘書の兄さん、ジーヤのガゲイン、そしてショムしかいない。
The old manservant. I'm general affairs. Why am I general affairs?
これでは僕が夢見た生徒会とは読めない。いや、読んでいいはずがない。生徒会というのはもっと華やかで、青春の匂いで満ちていて、トラブルが多発するものなのです。
It is adorable seeing Leo want to actually live a normal life. Then Julius is like, what have I done?
その通りです、我が君。どのような品種であれ、花が増えるのは良いことかと。
そういうことですので、生徒会メンバーを見繕ってきてください。少なくとも副会長と書記の2人は必須です。
Why can't I be vice president? Why am I head of general affairs?
校舎には僕たちと同じ境遇のマスターが何人かいますから、有能そうな人を片っ端からスカウトしてきてください。
Talk ends here. Leo's first order is to recruit. Says I need to launch the student council by finding other masters in the building and persuading them to join. Is that really a good idea, Leo? Probably not. You're all humans? The surviving masters? Hey, you're pretty lucky. Good for you. Welcome to the worst hell imaginable. This is the retro old school building, a prison with no fun whatsoever. I'm sure you know by now, being a master here means nothing. You and I are both prisoners. A normal NPC, Galco. Nice to meet you. I was attacked by black noise, ran around, then ended up here. Well, I'll let the management NPC sweat the small stuff. We should just hang out, you know? Okay. This girl has eyes on Leo. I warned her she doesn't know what she's getting into, but she's has a stubborn mentality. I was paired with this girl in the Holy Grail War, but who would have guessed that she was the type to prioritize love so much? Wait, so you two are masters then? This is the far side of the moon, right? We're trapped here? That's only a minus for humans. You. For us, it's a plus. After all, the moon cell has no control here. Masters and NPCs both have the same worth now. Oh, so now she wants to get with Leo because of that. Okay. Well, apparently this is the highest floor. There is no roof. No! How are you alive?
お前、よかった。ようやく話がわかるやつが出てきたよ。
As soon as he sees me, Shinji starts to glow. Barely said anything, but just from his gestures I could tell that he's the Shinji Mato I saw in the previous school building. Even if that previous school building was a dream I had, the actors in that dream were projections of those that I had met in the real preliminaries. Safe to say that this Shinji has the same personality as I remember.
で、君もあれかい？気がついたらこの校舎にいた口だろ？
Answer Shinji's question with a shake of my head. I explained that I had just woken up in this school building, so I had yet to see an exit.
眠っていた？どこで？は？保健室だって？へえ、そんなところあったんだ。
Why wouldn't they?
ま、こっちに来た途端寝込むとか、ボンクラな君らしいけど、期待を外さない三流ぶりだね。
God, you're such a dick. Shinji talks the way he usually does. I know he's saying rude things, but I don't feel any animosity toward him. I feel like I've gotten too used to his elitism and self-consciousness from my dream. Also, Shinji really is brilliant despite his looks. Just like Leo asked me, I'm trying to scout people for the student council.
はあ？生徒会？ここから脱出するために協力してチームを組む？
Yeah!
お断りだね。生徒会なんてくだらないよ。みんな仲良くで脱出するなら勝手にやってれば。僕は天才だからね。凡人たちとは組まないのさ。誰の手も借りないよ。
Do I hate this guy? Yes and no. The person, like, he based his model after is Shinji from Fate Stay Night. And the Shinji from Fate Stay Night was an absolute horrible piece of shit. He physically abused his adopted sister, Sakura. And when Rin was, like, captured by someone that Shinji was working for, he legit tried to, you know, R-word her. You know, that's just for any, you know, that's a trigger warning. Yeah, the original Shinji was a dick. This world Shinji is just a prick. He's an asshole, but he's nowhere near as bad as the original Shinji.
レオがいたってのも初耳だ。僕、あいつ嫌いなんだよね。余裕しゃくしゃくで偉そうだし。レオがいなくなって僕が会長だって言うなら考えてやるよ。それまで近寄らないでくれる？
He ended up rejecting me. But just what does Shinji think he's gonna do all on his own? I know he's not great at making friends. I don't think it's smart to act tough in a situation like this.
ご心配どうも。いらないお世話だよ。いつだって僕は一人だしね。ゲームはソロプレイが一番さ。それよりさ、聖杯戦争のことを覚えているのかい？
Oh yeah, I killed you first. I answer by saying I can't recall anything. Feel like I made it through several rounds with my servant. But so long as I don't know who or how I fought, I have nothing to tell Shinji. The only real feeling I have left is the firm bond I have with Saber.
Huh? Servant?
Do you not? Obviously, being a master and all, I reply. Shinji's astonishment was closer to fear than confusion. I'm about to ask about Shinji's servant and...
ここに来るときにはぐれたみたいだ。ま、聖杯戦争に戻ればすぐ帰ってくるさ。
Certain people don't have servants anymore. Shinji doesn't have a servant, Julius doesn't have a servant, but I still have a servant, and so does Leo.
早くここから抜け出して聖杯戦争に戻らないと。マスターがいないんだ。バカなりにあの女も心細いだろうし。それに。聖杯戦争は続行中だろうしね。7日以内に決戦場に行かないと不戦敗で負けになっちゃうの知ってるだろ？
A 7-day period, a final battlefield, a loss by absence. When I heard that, I remembered it too. Holy Grail War is a tournament with 7 rounds. First, an opponent is decided for you. After 7 days of preparation, you go to the final battlefield and fight the enemy master. Those are the rules. Naturally, losing the fight means elimination. Not reaching the final battle is also defeat. And the loser gets... People do die when they're killed. There is no logging out, Shinji. You just die. Sure, that could be how the final selection of the Holy Grail is. Worst comes to worst, you could just drop your connection and return to your body on Earth. You can't, though. That's the thing, is that in the war itself, the moon cell prevents you from leaving until the war is over. So, if your avatar gets deleted, you get deleted with it. However, they say not a single wizard who went up to the moon has ever returned from cyberspace. And the real problem is that we're in this school building, unable to get out. Yeah, Shinji, why don't you walk into the death that lives outside and tell us if that worked? The moon cell doesn't know we're here.
ここに最大の優勝候補である僕がいるんだからね。運営側がスターを放っておくはずがないだろ。
You died in the first round. Hey there! If you enjoyed this video, why don't you consider subscribing to my Patreon so I can keep making awesome videos like the one you just saw. The link will be in the description below, and as always, have yourselves a beautiful, beautiful day.